Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, everybody watching this will be signed to NXT UK.
And us as well.
Yeah.
I've had my papers through.
Aye. Oh, did you?
I'm joining next week.
RDM Triple H just says, I'll ring you right back, and that was on Tuesday.
Joining the coffee stable, I am.
What?
The enforcer.
That's a stable.
You're the guy that gets to go like that?
The meat castle in the background, you know, just silent but deadly. That's me.
I'm not signed, I'm indie. So.
Don't worry, 205 Live may be contacting you. Oh, no, sorry, Puppet Jack's gone there.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Puppet Jack V1.
Puppet Jack versus...
Let's get our continuity right.
I think in
That's
favour...
V2, isn't it? Or V1? Or V2's there. I thought you were referring to him.
Yeah.
I think...
Oh, no, wait, no, because he's the genuine Jack. Got to be really careful with these. He's real Jack.
He had V1,
That's
which
your
was
real
the
name.
paper with a hole in the mouth.
Yes. Which is
Then
still
you
in the
got-
office for some
then you got
reason. I mean,
V2
no,
then.
it's not. He's just visiting.
So which
Anyway,
one's going?
enough
V2.
of this stuff. Yes.
Confused.
Mm.
I want to know who's going. Who's joining me in NXT UK?
This is just dying on its arse, isn't it?
It is...
Hello, you're welcome to the Cultaholic Video Podcast, where we have so much fun and chemistry. Other podcasts look at us and frown.
It is like the big news, though, isn't it? The whole
Puppet Jack.
NXT UK...
It is.
kerfuffle.
It is. I did it very badly,
the
but you're
noose
right.
is tightening around the UK
Yeah.
scene.
They have sucked the soul out of the scene. It's over.
It's over, Johnny.
It's not really over, but it's going to be significantly quieter.
Yeah, it's going to be strange. I think it'll take a bit of a recovery period.
Less familiar is what I'm looking for, not quieter.
I was going to say, because
Yeah.
the shows aren't cancelling, as far as I know, but this is the news if you have been living under a rock or don't care about the UK wrestling scene, and if not, why not? It's better than yours. Then, obviously, the NXT UK deals that were working beforehand so well have apparently been changed, largely in part due to several factors, one of which was Travis Banks getting injured the week before, or maybe the day before, I think it was red, I can't remember.
Was that a factor?
Yeah, so obviously they've got these all booked in. Travis Banks does a show, gets injured. They go, oh, sweet. That's 6 weeks of taping we have to rewrite.
Right.
Sweet. So I believe it's no more doing shows a week before NXT UK taping.
That was an initial sort of step, and
Right.
now, yeah.
You're not allowed to wrestle somewhere that doesn't have a medic, which is like, all right,
That's
fair
fair,
enough.
yeah.
And
North put out a thing on Facebook today saying, does anyone know a paramedic friend that wants to do a bit of work? I was like, that's probably linked.
yeah,
What else was there?
we get priority, but I think it was the thing beforehand.
You're not allowed to wrestle a wrestler who is not...
Impact, Ring of Honor,
Yeah.
New Japan.
And
Oh, so no
There's
more of the
so
promotional
many
stuff.
things to remember. I
The-
can't remember them.
And then there's the whole, obviously...
But all the sport.
There's the whole little...
I'm just joking, carry on.
like affiliates thing that's like Progress ICW, WXW, which seems to imply some sort of NXT UK or NXT Europe.
I wasn't aware of that because I know they did one thing for the last anniversary show they did where Pete Dunne and Axel Dieter appeared, but that wasn't on their streaming service.
Oh,
so I
just,
thought maybe that was just the goodwill. But I'm like, what, for nicking them?
One thing I'm really surprised about is apparently you know Fight Club Pro, Trent Seven's
Yep.
promotion. They're running a show over Wrestle Kingdom weekend in New Japan, in New Japan,
In
not
New
in old Japan.
Yeah, the arena's
they're
that
running-
big, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen.
They're running it in Tokyo that same week, and everyone assumed that they'd be one of the safe promotions because Trent Seven owns them or co-owns them. And now all of like Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven have all been pulled from that show.
The one in Japan.
Yeah. Oh. So everyone's like, hang on, maybe Fight Club Pro aren't one of the ones that are.
Or maybe they are, but they can't do that show because weren't they going to wrestle a bunch of, I assume, Japanese guys?
Yeah, I assume
Oh,
so.
well, then I think it was
There you
gone.
go. It
Yeah.
all makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
And then apparently Attack Pros are now part of the OK.
That's Pete Dunne's promotion, though, isn't it?
Oh, of course it is, yeah.
It's him and Andrews now.
And Future Shock, which I wasn't aware with.
Right.
Aware with? What the hell? Aware of. Sorry.
Okay.
Let
Hey,
that.
wah, woo, wah.
Where. So yeah, they've pretty much got bases everywhere. It's
All these, it's all been kicking off on Twitter. There's been wrestlers,
has, it
there's
has.
been wrestlers coming out saying, "Don't panic." You know, one thing I will say is that like, no matter whether you think it's bad for the industry or it's fine, it's not. I would never criticize one of the wrestlers for taking that deal. You're getting more money and you're working less shows. That's I'm not going to call someone to sell out for doing that, for doing better for themselves. No.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in seeing how this works because, again, Triple H's business plan is completely different to Vince. Well, maybe it's not because obviously he wants to take ownership of everything. But, like, he never would have done these deals where it's, oh, yeah, you can work other places and we can pay you when we're not using you. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's sweet.
But it does seem a bit like, do you remember just before the transfer window rule came in the Premier League when Chelsea would just buy like all of the top like
Remember
competition, and then I think it was Chelsea who did it first, really, to that degree, and then they sort of went, right, let's put the transfer window. It seems a bit like they've taken sort of the top layer off the UK scene or tried to.
The current one, yeah, not absolutely everybody, but there's so many in different parts of the country. Yeah, there has been a sufficient effect, but it's like cutting the head off the Hydra.
Right.
So
it is a deep talent pool.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
Thing, innit? When one door closes, another one opens.
Yeah, and we've still got bloody Rampage. We've still got Rampage Brown. So,
sorry, this just breaking news. Signed NXT UK. But yeah, it'd be interesting. And also, it's amongst the rules I saw that it's you have to flip a coin to see if Joe Coffey's going to make an advertised date or not. So I'm not blaming it on Joe Coffey. Like I said, if you make a joke at the wrestler and you get your head kicked in, it's like obviously NXT UK pulled him from that. Obviously, there we go. It's all right.
yeah, it's fine now.
Hate the machine. Hate the machine.
And then there was the news of Volta.
I
I
believe
laughed
this.
because you found this out while we were out for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I
on
did.
Monday night, and you almost were bubbling. It was very emotional to see, but also quite funny at the same time.
It's so weird. And again, to get like upset or feel anything like they've signed, but like I've had nothing but good experiences in Quebec Stub, like pleasurable experiences, religious experiences almost. So a part that's been due to Valter, and I've never seen him have a bad match anywhere. I don't know, Defiant.
It's all right, they're
ICW.
still on the nice list, aren't they? You'll still get it, just not as often. Quebec's dub, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the list.
Yeah, you'll still get it.
Yeah, so people, it was weird how it was announced on Twitter, and I'll see this. It was Volta reportedly signs. It was like,
See,
we can confirm, it's like, this guy's confirmed it, so we're saying reportedly because he's reported
That's the
it.
trick, though, so you don't get any blame.
Right, I was going to say. Because it wasn't that long ago, Volta was asked, because he did the tryout, and he was like, I am not going anywhere.
It was in the Mirror. He was asked, do you want to go to WWE? And he said, America? No, not interested. I like it over here in Europe. But NXT interests me. So they've obviously heard that and gone, ooh, let's work an NXT European thing out for him. So apparently he's going to head up a European expansion, is the quote I've seen everywhere.
He's going to be the big star of Europe in
He's
wrestling.
gonna, appear on the UK
I
one
mean,
first.
he will be.
Yeah.
Appear on the UK one first, and then he'll be the figurehead of the German one
Yeah.
when that gets opened.
Do you think it'll be Germany or Europe?
I'll be Germany.
Do you think Germany? All right.
I mean, that's really,
Germany.
it's the UK and Ireland, obviously, and Germany, as far as I know, in terms. I mean, obviously, Spain's now picking it up with the.
You always said about Hungary being massive in the 90s, didn't you? Don't hear about them much anymore.
And in the 50s, football.
Yeah.
So I've thrown that in there.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah,
One of
why
the
no one
best
bring
teams
that
ever
up?
in the World
Steel
Cup.
output in 1920.
Hungry? No, I've already eaten. So it's what a weird time we live in.
Yeah.
There's people who talk about wrestling from microphones, and we are the type of people that Edgy Christian made fun of on the E&C show. But still, this
No,
isn't.
really.
You see the picture of them all like wearing Barton Bullet Club shirts behind like loads of action figures, and it was just like,
Hey,
oh
what's
man,
that? It's bloody amazing that. I wasn't much for the first season. It had its moments, like everything does.
It was hit and miss. Some
Yeah.
of it made me laugh, and the other part was like, all right, trying a bit hard there.
But
But
as
they
soon
get
as
it.
I saw Funaki in a little pink bikini on the floor, writhing around sexually, I was sold.
I see the Tommy Dreamer homage to HBK's Playgirl shoot way too often online. It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
The Heart Attack Kid, they call him Tommy Dreamer. But yeah, so NXT Germany may be a thing. Volta signing to NXT reportedly a thing. I don't think anyone else has confirmed
Nobody
it.
said no, have they? That's the important
He
thing.
hasn't said 9.
Yeah.
Not like Neville in that Instagram.
No, I didn't see that.
Someone was the Instagram pretending to be Neville basically and saying I left WWE because of this, this, and this. Everyone started retweeting it, and he went like in caps locks, "Do not believe false
yes.
idols," and all this.
Yes,
It was like,
yes.
sorry for doubting Neville.
I'm not going to mention it on the in the Hall of Fame. I considered nominating him, but I'm not going to, so I'll just chuck it in now as a bit of news as well. I believe you liked my tweet about it. Vampiro's back up to his old tricks again. Love Vampiro. What a man. Have you heard about this?
I've heard about this.
It's
The
fantastic.
casket thing.
Yes. So he lost a casket match to Crazy Steve at, I can't remember the show. It was like WrestleCade or something in America. And after the match, got out the casket. Didn't sell the stipulation at all. Got on the mic and said, I'm going to get my revenge next year. Who wants to see me back? And the crowd all chanted yes and stuff. And they'd not told him to do that. It wasn't part of the script. He just got into business for himself because that's an old Carney trick that originated in Mexico, apparently. where it's a way of getting yourself booked again without actually being. But it's a way of influencing the promoters.
It's funny, if you go on Vampiro's Wikipedia page, it actually starts with Vampiro, an old carny trick that originated in Mexico. Yeah, I love the fact that he's still wrestling. He had the one match in Japan, I think, last year, where he did a dive the outside, and it was like Jazzy Jeff being thrown out the house.
Vampiro's just the best. I hope they played his music as well.
That's what I was saying. Was he in the casket? It's like they played his music. Give it up for Vampiro. Just gone.
Where's my music?
The DJZ was playing samples of that when he's doing the actual DJ thing at Starcast.
Oh, DJZ's an actual DJ.
I don't know that either. It sounds really dumb.
Right.
He has the machine that goes brr, brr, brr. Brings out the indie scene.
Nice. Fair
He's
enough.
keeping it 100.
Ah.
No, that's extra. That's $100 more for that sound effect.
Trying to be down with the kids, you know.
Well, he's a wrestler.
But I saw a picture of Vampiro on Instagram, I think it was this week, and he was in a wheelchair. I don't know if it was after this casket match, but he said he was knackered.
Oh.
Poor man.
Yeah,
Well, a wheelchair match between two really old people would be good, wouldn't it? They're fighting over the wheelchair.
I thought you meant they were both ramming into each other.
That'd be great. Well, like Murder Ball.
Yeah. Which I've never seen. There's a documentary as well, isn't it, about the
Yeah.
sport? Yeah. Apparently it's really good.
Should have a coin toss at the start to see who starts at the top of the ramp and who starts at the bottom. Winner goes at the top of the ramp. Wow.
Speaking of exciting news, it sounds like Cody Rhodes has some.
In January, do you say, Ross?
Yes, I think it was on Reddit today. Yesterday. January is going to make a
Good
big
save.
announcement for this alleged All Elite Wrestling. I think it's all linked to, so we're going to find something out in January. And there's that. I've not been keeping up with being the Elite, but they had a countdown timer on last time I saw it. That ran out on January the 1st, so maybe they're linked. I don't know.
It's
Let's
just to say
let's
Happy
do
New
it
Year,
now.
everybody.
Quote me now. Ross Tweddell from Cultaholic.com claims that the two things are linked.
Reportedly.
Yeah.
Okay, what other news this week?
Another one linked to that one was an interview Punk did, where he said he would speak
yes.
to the Young Bucks if they approached him. It's not confirming anything. It's just might be saying, "Oh, how's your day?"
I was going to say, yeah. Yari.
Aye, not too bad. Matt and Nick, how's ye's gone?
And he's like, do you know which one we are? And he's like, look, if you sign me, just don't ask me that question again.
The easy way to tell is that Matt's got the funnier face. Do you not think?
What you mean in terms of expressions?
He's got a bit of a
or-
Jim Carrey face, yeah.
Ah.
He can make. He's got a face that would make him. He's the funnier of the two, right? I'll just say it.
He reminds me of like the BNBN biscuit.
Yes,
Matt
he does.
Jackson.
Yeah. Just a cheeky looking man. Yeah. He was.
Or maybe a potato smiley. I might be getting the two mixed up. I can't remember.
I had a very brief interaction with him, but he was proper nice bloke, actually. I like Matt Jackson.
Tell us about your interaction while Matthew looks
Yes.
for something on the internet.
Don't look at me.
I interviewed the pair of them, and while they were both nice, I just slightly preferred Matt. I thought he was a very nice bloke.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think Nick's the better wrestler out of the two if I
Fair
had to
enough.
pick one.
Fair enough.
Who do you think, Maffew?
I think they're both equally adorable, but I do prefer the one
There
that's
you
like a potato smiley face.
Matt Jackson, the
Will that
potato
work?
smiley.
That might be blurry.
We out of
Doesn't
focus,
matter. Doesn't matter, I'll just do that.
Yeah. There he is.
Okay.
So that was the news. Another news.
Oh.
We have a famous fan, which
What?
you discovered.
I did discover this, as everyone included me in the tweet, because when you think Diddler, you think Maffew. Big E on Twitter.
Oh
was-
no!
yes.
He's not. Actually...
No, wait. He is not a Diddler. Do not report that anywhere, PWE Insider. He was talking about if you like some sort of snack, then you
was a
must
burrito place.
diddle her.
Yeah, right.
Diddle her.
Where's he gotten that word from?
It's a
Who
more,
knows, eh?
Well,
Hello, Big E.
I don't. Okay, if you want to.
Big E, if you're watching this, if you like pale ale, if you go to beer52.com/cultaholic, I did mess it up, and if you type in a thing,
Buy a crate, you'll get the crate for free, but just only have to pay
You only have to
postage.
pay postage. This one, right? This one's actually proper nice. Pale armadillo, absolutely lovely. Quite citrusy, quite fruity. That's my sort of ale.
That's Big E's nickname, I've heard.
Quite citrusy,
Pale
quite
armadillo.
fruity.
pale
Oh, right.
armadillo.
Quite citrusy is his nickname. It's quite citrusy.
Yes.
Yes.
But
orange
he said he would
cassidy.
diddle a burrito place.
Diddle a burrito place.
I can't honestly think where else he would have heard that word.
It's well,
I mean, where did we get it from?
I've heard it before on the.
Moving on.
I've heard it before on the gaming channel, Achievement Hunter. Like, I think it's more of a commonly used term in America than it is
Oh,
over
it's
here.
a
Yeah,
shame.
I know. But we'll pretend.
Is it
that-
really?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear from the Americans then, if we're actually...
I was watching a
okay.
video on Achievement Hunter where they brought out. It was from it's a years old video, but they all make creator wrestlers in one of the 2K games and then bring them out, and they haven't told each other what they've made, so they all like piss themselves laughing when.
Oh, right.
So one of them makes a guy with a paper bag over his head, and he's called Mr. Diddles, and he's got 2 wristwatches on, and they're like, "Why has he got 2 watches on?" And he's like, "Because it's always time to diddle." Yeah.
Next week's Hall of Fame induction, Mr. Diddles.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Everybody gets excited. It's certainly time. What
It's time.
for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame?
Sponsored by Beer 52.
Yeah. What a historic week it actually has been, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Did you just try to open that with your fingers?
it's not a twisty. It's not a twisty.
Carry on.
I had to use Adam's
I thought you
keys.
was going to go...
Adam's got one of his keys, and I had to use it off him.
Did you?
Oh God! Oh no!
No, go on.
Don't be one of those people
Break
who
my
opens it with their
fingers.
teeth.
No, I don't. My teeth are bad enough.
Lorna Austin did that for me once. I thought she was the coolest
Oh, that's
MFer
nice.
in the world. I was
She
like,
is.
"Connor, have you got a bottle opener?" She just went and gave it back to me. I was like,
Bits of glass coming out of them.
blood. Yeah.
All right.
No, it's a historic week for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Is it?
We have let's run through the nominations, I guess, from last week, and then I'll reveal why it's a historic week.
So we're giving the game away, but let's go for it anyway. The induction choices last week were, I picked David Arquette
for his death match.
of Scream 1, 2, and 3, but also their death match, yes.
Right, okay. I went for Wee Linda, not McMahon, the security woman who stopped Rob Gronkowski and Enzo Amore now. She's just got a hit list and she's running through it. Like Cody when he left.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I went for AJ Styles' testicles.
Was it not his
Both of
cock
them.
and balls?
I think I said testicles.
Okay.
Both Matt and Nick. I prefer Matt.
They
but
were
it's
a
alright.
trio for a bit as well, AJ, Matt and Nick. Not
They
the
were.
ball, not AJ and his balls.
Where's this
That's
going?
going to work its way back to Matt Jackson somehow, innit? And I'm going to get blocked.
Nah.
Well, sorry, Mike Jackson. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to think of an Outcast Young Bucks. I can't think of a pun. So the reason that it's a historic week is because we now have our own Ric Flair in the Cultaholic Hall of Fame. If you don't know, Ric Flair is a 2-time WWE
WWE.
Oh, go on.
WWE Hall of Fame inductee because, he's in on his own as Ric Flair, as he should be, one of the greats.
Him and his debt, yep.
And he's in as, this is why I said NWA, he's in as the Horsemen as well. They all got inducted collectively. So he's a
Well,
2-time...
some of them. The ones that they like.
Like Jack Swagger, he's a 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, not like Jack Swagger is. But we now have our own because the winner, if I can find her, is Linda. There she is.
Linda. 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 Linda.
Dun, 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 dun. That's a lovely picture.
Can't
of her,
call
shouldn't
her big dog, though, can you?
it? No, that's offensive.
You do if you want to get thrown out. Hang on, I'll wait for a taxi. Hey, Linda, you suck.
In the aftermath of Survivor Series, when all that was flying about like Enzo, and then it turned out it was Linda who got him out and stuff. I think I read somewhere there was like, oh yeah, sources have said that Linda's apparently really well liked amongst the locker room. Like she's just one of the ones they all
Then,
like.
not sure we discussed last week. Do you see the clip of on SmackDown when doing the food fight or the Thanksgiving?
She was
wherever
stood in
that
front of people,
Yeah,
wasn't she?
she was like blocking all the turkey, so little kids weren't getting hit by discarded bits of meat.
You know what? As the title will give away, the big question later on is who's going to be WWE's next big.
Go on.
But it's going to be Linda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the ultimate babyface.
What would happen if they did a bit where she just jumped the guardrail and
Like China.
Oh my God, it's Linda!
No, China made a debut.
Yes,
Yeah.
this henchwoman just started choking Terry Runnels. And was
Linda-
like, look at the size of that.
Oh, if Linda started doing that to Stephanie McMahon, I think I'd die. Started ragdoll her like that. Oh, wicked dream.
Well, Linda, here's to you because you're a fantastic woman.
There's pale armadillos for you.
Anyway, has anyone got one ready and primed?
I've got one. It's not necessarily a wrestling one,
Okay, well,
but obviously hasn't stopped us before in
Ross's
the
jeans
past.
are in now. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I want to induct every person this Christmas period working in retail.
Oh, that's a nice one. That.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because we don't have conscription in this country. We don't have, what's it called when you have to do military work or whatever.
National service.
National service, thank you. We don't have that.
Conscription's quite.
Yet.
Yeah, dun, dun, dun. But I feel I have served in Vietnam for my time working in retail during the Christmas festive period. For every lovely old woman who's just trying to find that one game for her son's or grandson's video game console. She doesn't know the name of the game, but it's got a picture of the car on the front. For every person like that, there's the endless repeats of the 3 or 6 same Christmas songs from 40 years ago, and people just being dicks. So here's to ye.
Where did you work? HMV?
I worked at HMV, and I was all right. That actually was very nice. Was that it over the festive period? Yeah, libraries and Sky. That was it.
Sky.
So obviously near the Christmas period.
Sky retail?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Any work that isn't sitting watching wrestling on that fat asses.
Fair enough.
Because people
Get
ring
into
up.
pizza delivery work at Christmas time. That's what you want to do. That's when the tips start flowing, my friends. That's when the frost is on the ground. You work your way up a big hill. You get to the top of the hill, and some woman goes, "You're so brave coming out in this weather. Here's a $5 for driving 2 miles."
Yeah,
And you go, "Thank you very much, darling. I'll be on my way." Even though it's the roads are gritted, aren't they? It's the better when it's snowing come January, February time
Do you
over
enjoy
here.
Well, if the roads are gritted, then
Aye.
oof.
Happiest time of my life.
When Hurricane Linda took us earlier, we had no chance.
Do you enjoy being a delivery driver?
Oh, it's delightful.
It sounds like quite a nice job,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, very cushy.
Okay, a little asterisk then. Apart from if you do a good job during
I'm going to
retail.
say, if you're in retail, quit that now and just go to your local pizza place. Make sure it's a good one, though, so you actually have customers.
Make sure your car's got 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And
I
you-
don't even need that.
All right. Yeah.
I had a little Fiesta Finesse,
Nice.
2004. Windy windows. No aircon.
Ooh.
CD player, though.
Good.
Is it still for sale?
It will be somewhere. If you got this car, you've got my old car. WD04 XGT.
People could be filing all these fake insurance claims now.
Do you want to go next? Shall I go next?
I'm just going to say Big E because he watches our podcast. And he's one of me boys, isn't he?
And even if he doesn't, we can say he reportedly does.
Yes.
And credit Ryan Satan.
Yeah.
Had to pick someone at random.
He slid into my DMs when we all left Wackle trying to get a scoop.
Into name redacted.
All right. Because he just wanted to get, like, I didn't reply to him. I was like, why would I give him information? I want to keep it all on the down low.
Can you tell Bixen span?
Yeah, I should have asked him. No, I didn't get big. Didn't get melts. Because he doesn't know who I am, as he's widely documented now on Ross's interview with him.
Didn't know who Sam is either. He put in the Observer, Sam Oliver. Got everyone else's name right, but Sam Oliver.
Wait, why were you guys in the news?
When we left
When
Wackle.
we left there, we made the Observer.
I forgot about that, God.
This was global wrestling news when we left.
Wow. And then when you met it was like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
That must happen a lot of wrestling. Like, hey, you gave our match 2.5 stars.
He didn't know who I was either when I met him to do Straight to Hell. I was like, "Hello, I'm Ross." He's like, "Hey, man, nice to meet you, Ross." Not, "Hello, Mana," who I wrote about once.
I did it. I said, you did an intro for me at the Reseda Hall for PWG. He goes, did I? He goes, yeah, I think pretty much your friend just threw you in front of the camera and says, do this for my friend, right?
That's essentially what Jen did with him.
I've interviewed him as well, and he didn't remember.
He's very
Terrible.
amiable. He goes
He's a
along
nice
with
bloke.
stuff.
He's a very nice bloke.
nice guy.
Must meet a lot of people, mustn't he?
You didn't
Yeah.
get to do Greenstein stuff for him or like, give a super kick or anything like that.
I mean,
It's a confined space.
after when we were at Manchester MediaCon, me and him just happened to go to the toilet at the same time.
How big's it?
Okay,
I didn't see his. No, he was getting changed, I think, and I was on the toilet. I was on the
saw
toilet. I was
in the
on
toilet.
works.
I
But
saw
in a
it.
cubicle,
He's
it's
got-
right in front of you.
He's got massive forearms.
Right.
You know what they say about massive forearms. And then sort of like I think I'd had a few, but I didn't make a take of myself. I just went like, oh, cracking match. That wasn't it, because it was Ring Camp against CCK. If you remember that match, it was class. My pick for the Hall of Fame is right. You might know more about this than I do because I just saw some gifs and some words on Twitter and that.
Ooh.
But mine's Kyle Fletcher from Aussie Open.
Oh,
right?
yes.
The Aussie Arrow.
Yes.
He's still tall, but the smaller of the two in Aussie Open with Mark Davis.
Looks like a young Cristiano Ronaldo. In the face. Go back and look at
Maybe that gold statue of him.
03 Ronaldo.
If he got a short back and sides, I might, maybe.
Anyway. Is this
he,
why he's going in? Because he looks like Ronaldo.
No. He went in because there's something that I've been rapidly learning about on the internet called Tuesday Night Graps, which is, I think, an IPW affiliated.
Yes, the good
thing.
IPW.
Yes. So this is like a special show they do in Manchester
Yeah.
quite a lot in one venue in
The
particular.
Frog and Bucket, I believe.
Right. And it's
Oh, it was.
rapidly become like the new cool thing in wrestling, right, in the UK scene.
Yeah.
And I saw some clips of it because this was going to be their last show.
Yes.
Because it was all ending or whatever.
Yeah.
But the last match was like a sort of invasion style 5-on-5 Survivor Series. Like, it If the bad guys win, it's over. If the good guys win, it's on for 2019 Tuesday Night Graps. And it was the strangest show I think there's ever been. So there was just a little taste of weirdness earlier on where Drew Parker fought the Invisible Man and cut his dick off in a death match. And because the crowd are all like smarky as hell, they're all like, oh no! The main event, Carl Fletcher gets shot to death by the promoter, the young-looking one, quite a smug face. He was healing it up.
Yeah.
Is it Billy something? I don't know.
I think I know what you mean, but that's his name.
And he's like, he shoots him to death. So he's lying on the outside with like blood on him, and it looks like the heels have won and stuff. And everyone's getting like stabbed and whatnot. And then Carl Fletcher does the Undertaker sit-up, and everyone's like, ah. And he comes back and saves the day by stabbing Damien Dunn to death in the neck. And that's the end of the match. And now Tuesday Night Graps is on for 2019. And I'm considering maybe going along. Not personally for me, but it looks like a hell of a night to get drunk and watch some wrestling.
Yeah, I haven't been to any of these yet because IPW's kind of distance away. But yeah, all my friends gone, and I'm in a group chat with them on Twitter, and it just comes up like, oh my God, they're all dead. This is great.
Right.
So yeah, if you go, I'm gone.
I might go. I might do it. Again, it's not, if the whole business became like that, I'd be quite sort of baffled. But
if Arquette was booked to be like that.
Yeah, well, but no, that's my Kyle Fletcher for coming back to life is my pick for the Hall of Fame.
Kyle Fletcher for not dying.
Yeah.
You have that at most matches, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Wow, what a selection.
So Kyle Fletcher, Big E, and I've forgotten yours, it was so long ago. Oh yeah,
the retail
workers.
workers working at Christmas.
Lovely stuff.
And if you would like to vote on those amazing picks, you can. I'll tell you how.
Patreon.com/Cultaholic for all your Hall of Fame voting needs.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Now it's time for This Week in Wrestling. We start
No,
with...
it's not.
Jennifer Louise.
Yeah, we've already got
Oh,
this
yeah,
one.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you idiot.
Poor Jen. Oh, my
Be
word.
replaced. Ugh.
Was the Christmas party the first time you met Jen?
No.
No.
Times nice.
Oh, you went to JR?
Yeah.
And that, oh, right, never mind.
Oh, because she loves the story there, because I was right next to her, and she was trying to film me, like, one of those corner views, and she was trying to do the sound effect of the, what's it called? The dun, dun, dun thing.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, like the dramatic.
Yeah.
The gopher.
Gopher,
the
that
terms,
was
the
it, yeah.
head goes,
She tried to do
"Whoa."
that sound effect. Instead, it didn't, so it kept on doing the boing, boing, boing sound effect incredibly loudly, and it was just as Jim Ross was going like, well, when my wife died,
Oh,
I
no,
was
was
very
it?
low.
Oh,
Boing, boing,
my
boing,
God.
and I'm like, you know.
What a liability that woman
Anyway,
is.
now it's time for the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Lovely.
Let's start with SmackDown, please. No, all right, okay.
Gotta do Raw.
Oh, okay.
Is this the worst Raw ever? I couldn't tell you. I've not seen them all.
No,
Have you?
the worst of 2018 that I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was 2010 ones that were diabolical, but this one was just skippable.
No, there was so much weird stuff that happened, though. There was bad
But there was
stuff.
also matches we've seen a million times
And that
before,
as
which
well.
really pissed me. I was legitimately angry after watching it.
You were what? What was that word?
Legitimately angry.
Pissed.
Pissed.
Ah,
Pissed. Oh,
not quite that way.
If that hadn't happened, there would have been nothing worth talking about. So I'm gonna actually give.
No,
we'll
no,
cut to that bit now.
There is stuff worth talking about on this show.
The Raw Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Piss, defeated Bobby Roode and Chad Gable when Bobby Roode was distracted by Rockstar. Drake Maverick went backstage and did a wee all over the Bobby Roode.
$10,000 robe.
Oh, was that how much it was?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or 1/10 of what Charlotte Flair got
Yeah.
fined.
She got fined $100,000 for pushing a ref. And
5 refs.
Oh, wow.
20 grand a
Oh,
pop.
okay.
20
fair
grand a
enough
pop.
then. But if she'd pissed on them, she would have gotten less than... Anyway, let's not go down that route. Yes, so the Authors of Pain somehow were able to beat the makeshift team of Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Thank God Rockstar Spud was there.
What's going on? What's going on, right? What's happening? What's happened here? Because the Authors of Pain, right? I kind of forgave it when they got rid of Ellerin for Drake Maverick because I like Spud.
You can't piss on command, so they get rid of him.
He's a British wrestling ledge. And despite that, why do they need this monstrous big tag team to win by piss distraction? They've done it twice now.
I love that album, by the way.
No piss distraction.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've had Authors of Pain being these guys who could beat anybody up, big old Rockstar and Bebop type people, and now we have. This is a weekly bit, actually. It's like, damn it, we're losing! Quick, Spud!
How many weeks is it going to go on for? We related stuff with Spud.
I read somewhere, and you know a lot more about the news than I do. maybe it was just I misread a tweet. Did Spud actually wee himself on the
Oh,
pay-per-view?
there's been conflicting reports.
Yeah, right. Like,
Because Meltzer said one thing, and then your boy Sean Ross, Sapp. Is Sapp his third name?
Sean Ross Sapp.
Surname?
From Fightful.
there's,
Yeah,
three,
Sean
there's,
Ross Sapp, I think.
there's three of them.
Sean Ross Sapp.
They're like a law firm.
Yeah. So Meltzer went one way, and he went the other way. So we have conflicting reports
So
from
what?
the big boys.
Big melts.
I can't remember which way Dave went.
Okay.
But it went different ways.
Well,
Let's
it's
just make them up
2018.
now, yeah.
And he said that he did piss, and one of them said, no, it was fake piss.
Yes.
We say piss in this, by the way. This is all
Yeah,
going to cut
piss.
out,
You just can't say S, F, and C.
especially on all the lisp. So they're saying, so that's understated. That deserves more spotlight, more than Raw. So
No,
he may have.
Wrestlers must weigh themselves all the time, man.
Yeah, but on command.
It's got to have been a little pipette that malfunctioned.
He starts to do
Yeah,
that,
he
doesn't
starts-
Yeah, I mean, obviously you
Have
see
a
him
little
grab his, maybe out of nervousness.
But like if
probably
you start to piss, I don't know about you, but I just can't stop. I wouldn't be able to do a little trickle like that and then stop
If
myself.
I stopped,
You'd hurt yourself,
it'd be
wouldn't you?
tremendously... I could stop, but I'd have to start again straight away.
Plus
yeah.
on demand.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
it's like, look, that tiny little PG. Look, he's pissed a little tiny bit. Ha ha ha.
I think it was a pipette. That's my take.
Maybe
my-
it didn't. Maybe because it wasn't instant, so people are assuming. Like maybe you had to, I don't know, load up the battery or click to the Bluetooth or whatever. But
I think it might be one of those devices where you squeeze it in and then it slowly... and then that'll force it out.
yeah,
Like you've gone, bang. Oh no, he's choking me.
yeah. So like how Ronda, she bled from the mouth during the Charlotte Flair match.
Yes.
And you think, was that supposed to be at the end when you had the chair around you and you had your throat
Because Flair
pillmanized?
gave her a little...
Oh, no, I think that was real, wasn't it?
It turned out to be real, but he's saying...
Oh, it was actually real.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flair. Like,
She could bleed on command.
They
Oh, she's
should've-
better than Spud then.
she didn't bleed on.
Wait, it looked real because they were just doing a submission. Charlotte locked her in an STF thing, I think. That's how it went down, and she just elbowed her in the side of the face.
She was doing something.
Oh,
and she went,
okay.
Bang, yeah.
Oh,
Cray.
what a pro. Holly Holmes. And so, yeah, piss. And Bobby Roode was like, no, my robe. Only I could piss on my robe.
I'd be annoyed if someone.
I'll just have to wear another one of me robes that I have in the wardrobe.
I'd be annoyed if someone pissed on his blue one as well. That's like his main one.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I think I didn't mind this that much compared to a lot of people who thought it was like the end of Western civilization, but which obviously no, NXT UK is the end of Western civilization. But for the team, it was inappropriate. For anybody else, it would have worked all right. But
For the B
it doesn't
team,
make sense.
put them with a B team and do that.
B
Makes
team would have been
sense.
perfect. It's like, we can't out wrestle you, but we'll piss all over you.
What?
All right, yeah, some logic there.
That's a catchphrase for you. We can't out wrestle you, but we'll piss all over you.
We were the B team, now we're the P team.
It writes itself, doesn't it? Classic stuff.
Piss
Classic
team,
stuff.
piss team, piss.
I don't want to say that, this is Vince McMahon's doing, but come on.
Look at that little man.
He's gonna, Rossi did.
He's gonna piss. He's gonna. It gets worse every week when I do this.
Fair play to Drake Maverick because he's. I mean, all you can
did a
do
good
is
tweet the
embrace
other
it.
day.
Is that when he's coming out of the toilet?
No, it was a little video he made where he just went through his Instagram requested messages, and they're all about the piss. And he had it over Michael Jackson's "Leave Me Alone."
I saw him do the one where he did a glorious bomb, but he was coming out of a Portaloo. That was quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, fair play for him for whistling the glorious theme as you're doing so.
Yeah, but I'd be annoyed if I was Akam or Razor. Anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't be pissed if I was Igmar Razor, but I'd be like, I wouldn't be doing anything in the ring. I'd be like, all right, headlock, chin lock, the Baron Corbin special basically. Because I'm like, why are you doing this? Well, I'm just gonna remember everything else, aren't you? Reverse chin lock.
But hey, at least it was different. That's what I keep telling myself. At least it was something different. I've never seen a rug pissed on in a toilet before.
Yeah, I think they almost ruined it. This glorious segment by they had like a toilet flush noise.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
didn't they?
like, sploosh, and like no way that's going down.
It's one of those sensor ones.
Yeah. I hate them at the airport. You sit down and it turns into a bidet because it's there's been movement and you get a flush.
Not worse than you get a bit of back splashes there.
No. Apart from this episode of Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey confronted Nia Jax and stayed arm's distance away because she's not daft. I actually forgot that they'd wrestled at Money in the Bank this year until they brought it up again. Because it was like, it's a good first time.
It was
they
weird.
have had this.
It was weird the way they did it though, because they cut it off before like what actually happened in the end. They just showed
Yeah,
a few
'cause-
moves and that was it.
They're obviously changing history because if you can't remember it, then do what you like with it. Yeah, because Nia Jax was champ. Ronda Rousey lost via DQ because Alexa Bliss came in and cashed in and won the title. So at least it's actually a proper confrontation this time.
Nia's promo was horrible though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You should be thankful for me. I hit Becky in the mouth. Be thankful for me. Went on for like 10 minutes, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. Tamina's just stood there not helping.
She's fun. I love her, mate, Tamina. She just looks so disinterested with anything that's going on. She's just stood there like, why am I here?
She looks like, the segment, you ever been when you're a kid and your mum's seen someone in town that she knows and she talks to her and you're just there like... Yeah.
Greatest character development in WWE history going on right now with Tamina. Better than Bobby Lashley's.
You like to expand on that? Or?
I don't know what I'm saying. I've had two mouthfuls of this.
I was like, this sounds like the start of a really good... Oh, that was it. Okay, no worries. I'll do that a lot anyway. On the rest of this, because we just got lots of other crap we've seen before. So what else happened on Raw? We had Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Leo Rush, and Drew McIntyre as the Baddies version 2. Now they got rid of Dolph Ziggler. Elias came out. His lines are now a bit crap. Now he's a good guy, and he's smiling.
Wait, how about he sang a catchy song?
Yeah.
That I can't remember. It was just that catchy.
I'll tell you what, Brian Zane had a good suggestion on his most recent Raw review.
Was it Watch Wrestling with Regret?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was him saying it would be better if Elias ended his promos with Walk with Elias rather than started them. And I was like, yes, you're right. Yeah, it would. It really end the promo well rather than just going, that's enough of the song. Let's have a wrestle.
Because instead of watching Raw, why don't you Walk with Elias to the merchandise stand and all that stuff? Lucha House Party, still wrestling.
Why aren't they heels?
Yeah.
I don't get this.
And you've got Corey Graves, the heel play-by-play guy, going, what's going on? The Revival are getting screwed. And you've got Michael Cole and Renee Young going, oh, light it up, Corey.
But then when Baron Corbin changes the rules in his matches, Michael and Renee don't like it. They're doing the same thing.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, biggest heels in WWE, the Lucha people.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, did DDP, Canyon, and Bigelow do this in WCW where they were the triad and you had to beat all three of them to get the titles? Or is this a thing I've made up?
I don't know.
I know they were together, but I can't remember if they did the Freebird rule or... No, they have to wrestle all three of us in a normal tag match. But no one cares. Emma Moon defeated Alicia Fox. Wow, that's rare. Jinder Mahal defeated No Way Jose.
He's back.
Yeah, I was like, hey, great. And then it was 30 seconds.
Yeah, Emma Moon's new MMC partner is Kurt Hawkins. She looked delighted. You used to have Strowman. Now you got Kurt Hawkins.
Seth Rollins issued an open challenge. And he did a laugh, I believe.
Did he?
Did he?
I missed it.
Did a laugh.
Oh, you just... Yeah, right.
Thanks, Ross.
Just to tick that content box.
Yes, exactly. That sounds like Wario's laugh from Mario Kart. That's very impressive. Oh, I missed. Yes, Seth Rollins' open challenge runs by Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, for God's sake. They could have picked anybody apart from Dolph Ziggler.
And Wrestle Talk, who I think we're friendly with, I'm not too sure if this is an armistice or whatever.
We love the Wrestle Talk.
They said, let's just break this down here for a second. Since June 18th this year, just 5 months ago, Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins have shared the ring 15 times. 7 of those matches are singles, with others including tag matches with everybody else. Blah, blah, blah. If you picked any week between June 18th and now at random, you have a 62.5 chance of seeing Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, wow. That's a massive percentage. That's some Steiner.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah. And they spelled Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. And the only noteworthy thing of this was he won the Falcon Arrow.
Sparking rumours online that the curb stomp had been banned, and then Rollins replied to the news tweet by saying, no, it's not. So I like
it's been reported that...
I like that he won with the Falcon Arrow. Now you know that a TLC is going to hit Dean with it, and it's going to make that kick out a bit more suspenseful. Excellent.
Yeah.
That was one of the good things on Raw, that.
Yep. And then the main event was apparently Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre defeated Finn Balor. And at this point, I started playing Metal Gear Solid 5, so no idea what it was. I've seen enough Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor matches.
After the opening segment where Corbin changed the rules and made it no DQ to help Lashley out, in this match he did exactly the same thing and made it a 2-on-1 halfway through to help himself out, and then Drew came out and they both beat up Finn. And then after winning, Lashley came out and they all beat up Finn.
And because they're not wearing masks and don't have little piñatas called Penelope,
yes,
we're supposed to be upset.
Yeah. I'm not saying Raw was bad this week, but Nicolas Cage was offered the script and he turned it down.
One more thing I just want to bring up on Raw as well, because I found it really frustrating. And I'm not surprised you haven't mentioned it, because it wasn't made a big deal of at all deliberately. So it was during the open forum You know, the whole Sasha and Bailey came out and sat on some chairs and Alexa Bliss. And there was one girl in the crowd dressed in Ronda Rousey merch, and she was like, if you could change one thing about the women's division, what would you change? Sasha goes, I'd send Alexa Bliss back to SmackDown. Oh. Bailey goes, I'd send Alexa Bliss back to hell, where she's from. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Just send her straight to hell.
Yeah.
Right.
So that Bailey to the list with Big E.
But, and Randy Orton. No, who was it who did the top 10? Daniel Bryan did
Daniel
the top
Bryan,
10.
yeah.
Watch his Cultaholic.
Oh yeah,
We had the
they had
original.
the worst thing going to WrestleMania based on that. Oh yeah, great.
That's not me claiming that we're the only site that do lists. I meant Wrestlers of the Week. But the
Jack
thing
talking smack again, honestly.
but the thing that annoyed me was then all the heel women ran in and like jumped in their chairs and stuff, and it was all a ruse by Alexa. And it sounded like Brian Alvarez there, and it was all a ruse. And one of them was Dana Brooke, who was a babyface
Yes.
in Starrcade the day before or the weekend before. What?
Was she?
2 days before, on Saturday at Starrcade, there was an 8-woman tag match, and Dana tagged with 2 people that she was in the ring with.
Dana's been a babyface since Titus Worldwide.
Yeah.
And yet,
But
no.
weren't Titus Worldwide good guys anyway, and now she's split. Now she's.
But when she
Why do I
split-
even care?
When
Why am
she
I
split,
talking?
she didn't turn. She was still a babyface up
Yeah.
until Saturday, and now she's for no reason, she's a heel.
Wait, never mind that. On the Titus Worldwide,
Oh yes,
where have they gone?
Apollo had a match, didn't he?
They had a bit of a disagreement, I think,
Yeah.
but it ended really quietly.
With
that.
Vince?
No,
Titus try
well,
and shake his hand again.
He just didn't challenge him to a wrestle on a plane. Like Kofi Kingston did. Remember that story?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got another thing to bring up from Raw.
Oh god.
Dean Ambrose's new gimmick.
He,
He's like a Tory. It's like, oh, you people are so dirty, I've got to get a rabies vaccine. We've been waiting for 5 pissing years for this man to turn heel. And to turn him heel and make him something he should never, ever be. He's a dirty, disgusting, no-good toe rag lunatic. He's a psychopath.
why does he care if everyone smells?
Yeah, he smells just as bad.
He's Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. Why would he care?
It's like, what are they doing? Nobody pulled his pants down on Raw. It was really entertaining. I didn't care for that.
Doctor's like,
I did like his... Oh, God. I'm going to stop myself from saying that. I was
Was
about
it
to
his-
say
was
his
his
cum
noise?
gutter.
was his noise? Oh, his
He has a good
his
set of cum gutters,
V
he does.
lines. You know what obliques? Obliques they're called.
I have never heard that term. Not obliques.
Yeah, he's got good the V shape
Aye, like an action man.
that I've never ever had in my life and probably never will.
The Chuck Mambo special.
No, you know what? That's
I'm
my,
of course a friend of the abs. and
that's
not
my
the
New
one.
Year's resolution. That I'm gonna
What?
Get a
Get
pair
a
of
Chuck
cum
Mambo.
Yeah, that's on the Chuck Mambo. I love his theme music, by the way. Fighting everyone from here to Penzance. Get in the ring if you're ready to dance. Dun 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 dun. Really nice, like it. Hey ho, Mambo. Anyway,
That was nice. I was not you keep one going.
Right. I hope they forget about Dean Ambrose being this Dean Ambrose and just do what they should be doing.
I don't owe you people an explanation.
He shouldn't be. If anyone's a heel, if there's any heel, in WWE at the minute who doesn't need to resort to old heel things like saying this town stinks, it's Dean Ambrose. He's got such history with Rollins. Just tell the story, you know. Why did he turn on him? Because he turned on him.
Because I got
4
bored
years
of watching him wrestle Dolph Ziggler every week. Yay! I mean, you stink, boo.
Yeah.
SmackDown, where things were happier. A major SmackDown Women's Championship match was announced for TLC. Yay! Becky Lynch. And before we move on to SmackDown, though, just want to point out she's actually been filling in the storyline gaps on her Twitter.
On a bio, yeah.
Yeah, it says that I hug people I don't like when I'm concussed. Recently broke myself out of doctor jail. I'm the best. To basically fill in the go, wait, why did you hug Charlotte and all that? And then instantly started going at it again. And it was great. Instantly like, yeah, let's pretend that didn't happen. Whatever. And I actually like this because Charlotte can be come across as very ingenuine. So I was getting confused. I'm like, are we supposed to cheer her? But she did get hold her own in this verbal sparring session. When she was like, you've been ripping off catchphrases. Like, you've been ripping off your dad. He goes, you've been ripping off my dad for the last so-and-so. And so
That's fair enough.
I liked it.
Yeah.
And she's got white teeth.
Who, Charlotte?
Yeah, she
she's got
does.
a cracking smile. Cracking set of gnashes. Yeah, she's good. Like Professor Green.
Yes.
He got his done though. Just be good to Green, all I need. Yeah, it was a good SmackDown. This Pachi thought it was the best of the year.
Every SmackDown he went.
No, he likes it. It's fine.
He's like Tony Schiavone. This is the greatest night in the history of our sport. But no, I enjoyed SmackDown.
It was a good SmackDown.
Any other thoughts on Becky and Charlotte?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, I do. Asuka's been added to the match. It's a triple
Yes,
threat
that's
TLC.
right. Asuka won the 9-woman Battle
sorry,
Royal
were you
to
on
be
to that
added
next?
to the SmackDown Women's Championship. We have a script and everything.
Carry on.
Which is fair enough because I was like, yay, we have just had Becky and Charlotte a lot. Oh, yeah, triple threat of Asuka. No issues there whatsoever.
And Sonya Deville looked strong. Sonya. I was trying to do a Mortal Kombat noise there.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do an EastEnders noise. Sonia!
I don't have one. So I like the idea of there being a three-way.
Yes.
I think she'll
Some
win it,
said-
Asuka, you know.
Me
A bit-
too.
Bit like Ziggler last year. Ziggler, the last pay-per-view of the year, won it out of nowhere, didn't he? The US title it was, wasn't it? And he gave it up the next night for
And it was
some
never
reason.
mentioned again.
But then he came in at 30 of the Rumble.
And did really
And
well.
then took one move, they got eliminated.
It
Was confusing, Bill. And then got into the main event of the 6-person, whatever, scramble, whatever.
Yes. And again didn't win.
Yeah, but it was confusing. And, it almost as bad as the fact that Shane McMahon became the best in the world and nothing's happening with it.
And he's pinned Ziggler again at Survivor Series. Fantastic.
Well, I think it's very subtly happening, Maffew. I think The Miz is buttering Shane McMahon's arsehole because he knows that if he butters Shane
It does
McMahon's
help if you do
arsehole,
that, yeah.
yeah, he's going to get places.
Mm.
I think it's all being played very subtly. I know this might be too much to ask of these boffins who come up with these storylines these days. Look at me having to go with the creative people. Just doing their job, aren't they?
Honestly, you've had half a easy peeler. Samoa Joe crashed Jeff Hardy's 20th anniversary. Oh, this was good. So, 20th anniversary to Jeff Hardy. Apparently, him signing in WWE. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's not like...
Because he started making jobber appearances, whatever, since
But in
94, 95, I want to say.
He was one of the jesters.
I had a
opening
quick,
the door.
right.
a quick Google of the Hardy Boys 1997. They were there getting beaten up by Kane.
Yeah.
Billed as the Hardy Boys. Matt
Maybe
and
it's when they
Jeff.
got proper contracts.
Maybe. When they were of age.
Right, yeah. This happened, and it was very nice looking at all the highlights, and God, he's had a lot. God, he's been part of history, and who'd have thought Jeff Hardy would still be wrestling and Matt Hardy wouldn't be?
Yeah,
No one predicted that. And then Samoa Joe had to crash it. And I love these promos where, everything not everything, but a lot of the stuff he said did have some validity to it.
It did. I like the little look he gave Shane McMahon. Like, Shane's all like, what are you doing? And he's just like, I'm just going to go and talk to Jeff. And it's really good.
I'll talk to you in a minute, pal.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm glad they showed a video package because you probably don't remember any of it because you were so drunk. It's like, oof. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's good with Jeff Hardy because obviously they do talk. What the hell's up? Is that Jeff?
Yeah,
All right, man. Goes on. They do talk about the negatives he's had in his career, but he's obviously the idea is, we we're not supposed to praise them when they're down, but then we like them when they recover, when they do better, when they get themselves clean.
Yeah.
Which Jeff hopefully is at the minute. So it
He
does
seems
help when people go, they're not having the fight and go, you stink, Jeff Hardy. I had to get a tetanus shot just looking at you, and all this. It's actually, I think it works really well.
Sound like a Dean Ambrose promo, though. Oh, it was. Was that the joke? Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry. That's just gone right over my head. I'm so sorry. Carry on.
I love you. So any other thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know else to say.
No,
It's
sorry,
very good, wasn't
I'm
it?
Thoughts
talking
on
too
that?
much.
Very good.
Thoughts on that or on SmackDown? Are we going to talk about SmackDown some more?
Yes.
Yes,
I was
cool.
going to look at the rest because we had the Usos defeated the Bar. And it was Super Fight Splash, Cesaro.
Oh, God, the Big Show. He's turned on the money already.
Nearly, sort of, yeah.
Hit Cesaro backstage and Shane's like, we don't bloody need you anymore. Yeah, dick.
Hey.
He did say you're taking the piss. In SmackDown
Did
last
he?
week, yeah.
Did he?
Oh, yeah, last week you
Because
did,
of
yeah.
piss.
Have you seen Becky Lynch's indie promo from when she's Rebecca Knox? Like when she's like 18 or something, floating around on the internet?
No.
She's gone over to America. Clearly the promoter's gone, you're Irish. Just really ham that up. And she goes, I can't remember if she's called out like Lufisto or someone. She's like, top of the morning to you, Lufisto, you big knacker. And I was just like, whoa. She should do that more.
I saw one of Rebecca Knox, Soraya Knight, and
Oh, yeah.
Mother Knight. I always forget the difference.
The entrance to Lincoln Park.
Yes, well, you've got Sweet Soraya just acting all hard as piss, but you've got Paige and Becky just dancing continuously for a really awkward amount of time. It goes on forever.
It's really good.
Like the mothers get up in people's faces going, "I'll knock you out" and all this stuff, and
yeah.
those two are just going.
The guy in the ring, Page, goes, England.
Kofi Kingston defeated The Miz with the Trouble in Paradise after they laughed. But it's like, what are you laughing at backstage? Oh, you're enjoying Marine 6.
Are you guys Marinas?
That's what we call fans of the Marine.
Big E doesn't. Oh, they don't bury the Marine though. They go, no, we're not watching the Marine starring Becky Lynch. Actually,
Right. Even in that, you have to plug it. That happened.
You got a picture of Kyrie Sane out of his singlet as well.
He did.
Yeah, good.
Great man, isn't
He's
he?
suffering from hand, foot, and mouth disease, apparently,
not
which
bad
is, I thought, something that we got rid of a while ago, but
I think that was just foot and mouth.
Hand, foot, and mouth.
Hand, foot, and mouth apparently affects...
Cows don't have hands, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently affects children. So she might have been at a meet and greet or something with a child.
Oh, no. It's got Jim Carrey's a dad, so...
Why was
He's anti-vaxxer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Ooh,
no, I hate
wow.
that fact. Sorry. If I have to know it, you have to know it. Daniel Bryan did not come out. AJ Styles came out and talked about him.
Good promo, again. Yeah. In fact, this might have been the best SmackDown of the...
Yeah,
you might be right.
it's maybe the best SmackDown.
There was one a few months ago. Was it the one where Paige fired the man who you're not allowed to say his name anymore?
That was narrow it down, Ross.
You're not Ellsworth.
Oh,
That one was a really good SmackDown. I
Was
think.
it?
it was.
There was one a few months ago that sticks out in my mind as being better than last week's. But it was a big improvement.
It's good that you remember them. All of Raws blend together. Because what's
Yeah.
the one with Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor? No. The one was, all right. This one's like, oh yeah, the one where something actually happened. So
Yeah.
even the one last week where, you remember Shane McMahon and Miz lost to the Jobbers?
I did like the Raw one with the gauntlet match, though. Where there's just a random hour-long match. That was really good.
Oh, that was like February, that.
It was, yeah. It was just before
Jesus
Elimination Chamber.
Christ.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, stuff's so cool.
You're right.
Oh, I just lost like 8 months of my life.
It's crazy when you go, oh, Baron Corbin was a good guy in NXT, you know, about 5 years ago. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What else happened on SmackDown?
I just wanted to say, I had some more to talk
Oh.
about. Just to expand on Ross's point, I also think Asuka's going to win the triple threat. And I was just going to give a bit of reasoning.
We'll go.
I think that if she wins, Becky doesn't get pinned or submitted, but she loses the belt.
Right.
She can go off and win the Rumble, hopefully. Challenge Ronda for Mania. This is just fantasy booking, but... And then Charlotte can just also not win, maybe win the mixed match challenge and get
Oh, I have Charlotte Asuka too.
Could have Charlotte Asuka too. The revenge of Asuka, hopefully, but not the way she's been booked recently. But hopefully, I'd like it if Asuka won, and I'd be saying everyone just stay calm, because I know as soon as Becky loses the belt, everyone's going to go, what the hell? But I think it'll be fine. Calm down. Rumble's around the corner.
I thought Becky was actually going to be out way longer, the way it makes it sound like. She's recovered from that concussion and broken face. Like, wait a minute. How much money am I losing? I'm all right.
Wrestlers get concussions all the time. That's a horrible thing to say.
No, but I mean, yeah, it's
They
right.
do, yeah.
You know. And then Rey Mysterio got beat up again, proving it was the best SmackDown of the year. And
Do you not like Rey
You
Mysterio?
promised Ray, don't you?
he just takes such a good beating and kicking.
5-star wrestling legend.
Top or snap
Well,
champion.
Swagger was there.
Yes, he was.
There we go. Take a shot.
He main evented that show that Vampiro got out of the casket on, by the way. I saw the match listing. He lost to Nick Aldis in an NWA match.
Bull.
I know, he should have won it.
Cheating, getting it. I never liked you.
Anyway.
Although he's doing something good this Christmas, Nick and Mickey, they're giving an all expenses paid trip to somebody to go ham for Christmas.
Lovely.
Oh, so if I win
So-
that, I get a bus ticket to 21X.
So, yeah, imagine that's what they'll do. They created some hashtag that you enter. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. Your reason for going home for Christmas or something. I
Sounds
guess.
incredibly racist.
So you get to go.
I want you to go back home for Christmas. What?
You get to go Bishop, Auckland.
That's what I would do. Just
You
pick someone to go 15 miles north.
Do you get the
of where
train
they-
and over or the bus?
I'll drive me.
Oh yeah, of course you do. So they pay for your petrol money.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Can we check when Tuesday night Graps are working? It's like, oh, I need to go home for Christmas
I
on
live with the frog and bucket.
January the 7th.
Yeah. I might go that, might be a bit silly for my life. Anyway, should we briefly touch on other wrestling that happened, or?
Sure. There was Turkey Day
Sorry?
on Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
was-
God,
that
I
was-
couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this.
Was that not last week? Was that this week?
It was.
On
I haven't
Thursday,
seen. We didn't talk about it. We never
We
talked
haven't
about
talked about it.
Impact.
Let's talk about it, because
Yeah.
Glenn
'cause
Gilberti?
yeah.
What the hell was he doing there?
Disco Fever.
He hasn't been in TNA since 03.
Yeah.
He gave
I
a
thought
serious push.
I thought that Cyrus actually hated him, the way they go on podcasts and whatnot.
But the fact that they keep on talking about each other.
Yeah, but
Because that's what people do on podcasts.
I've been
If they-
worked, haven't I? I've just realised now.
I just think that, like, Disco Inferno, from what you see and read about him, does seem like a bit of a prick, actually. So I wouldn't be surprised if...
But he tries to make it as... I can never tell, and that's why I try
Yeah,
to avoid
no,
these, because I don't care about caring.
Right.
Is he a prick? Is he playing a prick? Ooh, find out on next week's edition of
Yeah.
Twitter. All right.
But he lost the Turkey match, which was like a sort of team-based match. I think it was like 8-man or 10-man. And whoever took the pinfall had to traditionally, as apparently is a tradition in TNA, it's just gone...
It is
Impact,
actually.
It's just gone way over my head. Styles lost it once.
Yes,
if you
he
take
did.
the pinfall, you have to wear a turkey costume.
So why would you tag in at all?
Scarlett Bordeaux came out, I think, and did a bit of a thing with Disco, and then like mocked him.
They did. They were going, please go viral. Please go
Yeah.
viral. Kid Ref from CCW. Who
Kid
is
Ref.
now, I think he's Boy Ref or Kid Ref or something. Changed his gimmick name.
My name is Kid.
Oh, with the ball, the bang.
Kid Ref.
I was thinking of an idea like, you know, with American Badass, where he goes, I went platinum, selling rhymes. When I did it, I tore my right knee 7 times.
EMTs.
And still, they only to see us. Career's broken in an instant. I'm glad Jack got that. Ross is like, whatever, shut up, you idiot.
Is it Kevin Nash?
It was Rey Mysterio. It's
Some
wrestling, some wrestling, because it's all going, because it's all like, it's not funny, but it's just about, it's like, I tore my meniscus, I hurt my collarbone, I hurt my leg, and then it's like, I surgered my left knee 5 times. I think it's not funny, but
I tore my knee in
it's
half.
like going lower, going
Yeah.
lower, my right knee.
It's like when the school register gets read out before everyone's voices.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do the Puppet Jack voice at any point.
Oh, yeah. Is Puppet Jack here? My hand up his arse. Yeah.
There you go. Worth it.
No, that's right. Contractually obligated appearance. There we go.
Yes, he's got cash in hand. It's like when you get, it's like the WrestleMania Battle Royal. He just gets in.
I've checked there's no NXT UK tapings next week just to be safe.
Well,
That's gone over your head, is it?
I got that.
Yeah.
That was a good joke. But he said it so like, we have to make sure this is real. Like, oh, God, you're right.
stuff did happen on NXT UK.
Yeah, but who cares?
I get it.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I got that. Ha ha ha. Rhea Ripley won the women's championship finally after she did it.
Wait,
like
what?
4
This doesn't
months
end yet,
ago.
does it?
No, it ended this week. She beat Tiny Storm in the final.
Tiny Storm?
Tiny Storm.
Tiny Storm. She beat her and is now the NXT UK women's champion.
Boy, oh boy.
I hope that somewhere in the future we have a little Jeremy Kyle-esque segment where we'll find out if Pete Dunne and Rhea Ripley are actually related.
Yeah.
Because they do everything the same.
The facial, Ross pointed out, yeah.
Facial expressions, mannerisms in the ring, the little walk.
That is good. Keep on doing that so people can gif it.
Pete Dunne walk. It's like the Ric Flair drip.
Can you
The Pete Dunne walk.
She does the
can you do the snarl?
He's got this. They've got the snarl.
Perfect. Are you related to Ripley?
I'm their father.
The daddy.
They also do the one that, you know, when Pete Dunne's in trouble for something, he goes like I can't do it, but you know the face they do. She does that one as well. Like the.
Yeah. Did you see the footage of after the War Games match and all Ricochet? Where,
Yes.
oh,
They're
great
all, like,
back
crying,
guy.
Is that yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like it, but God, there's a lot of great talent on that show, and they do like a mini video package, and it's just like, I'm from insert name of crappy British town, and I'm all business, me. And like,
Dan
you're
Maloney.
boring as hell on this show.
Tom Maloney was on it.
Yeah, and I made Jordan and went, I don't care about you. Okay, great that they're getting money.
At least it's not like the UK tournament, like the first UK tournament where everyone was from a place where they had a pub where there was fights.
Right, yeah.
Every single person. I mean, I've never seen a bar fight. Me, ever.
Yeah, I've not seen like
I've seen a gig fight, but not
I've not
a
seen
bar fight.
like in the cowboy films where someone gets slid along the bar. And
Yeah.
that. No, I've not
Just
seen
smashes a beer bottle on the table.
Two old men stop playing dominoes and go,
Yeah.
reet.
The
But,
woman on the piano smashes the bottle over someone's head.
playing the theme from Emmerdale, that's the stuff. Right. But yeah,
Barman gets a gun and shoots at the wall. Yeah, everybody calm down.
because I think it's like
It's
American.
like a balcony. And someone's in
Dives
one of
off.
the,
The local hooer is like, what's
Yeah.
that? Whoa, there's a 180. He goes back inside.
Someone runs out with their pantaloons half off and does a big flip. Yeah.
My wife's chased him with a rolling pin.
Sounds like Tuesday Night Graps, to be honest. We should go.
So everybody that's just not in England now, that's what happens every Saturday and
Yeah.
Friday and
Yeah.
Tuesday and Monday.
And then
in a pub.
the police come down and start playing Chaz and Dave. Everyone stops what they're doing and sings along with it. That's how they calm the.
Snooker Loopy or Rabbit Rabbit?
Yeah. Oh, it could be Rabbit Rabbit.
Oh, I was
Rabbit
gonna say
Rabbit,
Snooker
yeah.
Loopy. Okay.
To the
Rest in peace to Chaz or
Yeah.
Dave.
R.I.P.
Oh, forget
Oh,
all the time.
Chaz and Mosh.
Was it Chaz? I
We
think.
are tag team champions.
I've just made a right old mess of that.
It's all right. I saved it. I'm making it stupid. And made a right old mess. Just explain it how every UK pub situation works. Yeah, so it's weird how it's clearly Americans are like, well, what do I know about British people? All right, well, there's John Wayne in The Quiet Man. Oh, that'll do. So, yeah, so hope it gets better. But right now it's like the worst bits of Raw and none of the fun of the guys when they
I
actually
mean,
do
it's not a good sign
shows.
when you're doing double bills in a series one, is it?
Nah. Whatever wrestling happened this week, ladies and gentlemen. Now, should we move on to the next bit?
I think that's pretty much summed it up.
205 Live probably happened.
Oh, I did.
205 Live probably did happen.
Watch Sam's video to check out what happened.
Yeah.
Cheeky plug for somebody who watched.
Because I didn't watch it this week yet.
Yeah, but I didn't watch it.
No, I did not see it, but Metal Gear Solid 5 is great, and I thoroughly recommend it.
Nice.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the mailbag delivered by Puppet Jack, who can do my crotch now. Okay, as always, I do not see these questions before I'm handed to, so bear with me if I get these all pronounced incorrectly. I have been drinking Pale Armadillo.
It was nice that I finished mine.
I'm still drinking mine. Number 1, hello, my favorite wrestling channel on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I hope you are all doing well. My question is, what is the first great match you remember where it went beyond good guys and bad guys and you appreciate it for the greatness that it was?
Ooh.
Mine is Kurt Angle versus Chris Ben, never heard of him, from the 2003 Royal Rumble. I watched that match many times, and even now, it is the only what's-his-name match I go back and watch. I look forward to your answers. Sincerely, Cody Guest. That's Cody's login details on his own PC at home.
That's a good question, that.
First match we saw, that was a great match. Oh, it's actually,
Mine was from, you remember when SmackDown used to be on Sky One on a Saturday morning?
I did.
A condensed version. Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar on SmackDown.
Oh, the Iron Man.
The Iron Man. I'm coming home from football practice,
Ooh.
drinking me can of Dr. Pepper,
Nice.
watching that match and going, Blue. Whoa.
You're like, this match is almost as good as the Barney I saw last night and the Dog and Parrot.
Yes. 9-year-old me said that.
That is a good match. That's a really good example.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to describe, isn't it? Like
when you go,
the mechanics of
this is
this good. This.
I think I've got one as well.
Good question.
You remember Eddie Guerrero and Edge's no DQ match on SmackDown?
the standing ovation afterwards.
Yes, that was that one for me. I think that was class. I saw it on Sky, the recap on Sky.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I saw like great stuff like Bulldog versus Brett as a kid. Like that was the first show I ever watched on a VHS of wrestling. But I was like, boring. To see Kamal and Undertaker fight. And so like Diesel versus Brett as well, which I thought was whatever. It wasn't for small package, who cares? So first time I went, that was actually great. It was probably Dudley's versus Hardy's at Rumble 2000.
Right.
If it wasn't that, it was Cactus Jack versus Triple H on the same show. So
probably the Dudleys and
just anything about that show, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from the Rumble, which was all right.
I mean, I loved it as a kid.
Big Show was Rob.
Big Show won that, damn it.
He did.
Yeah, I'm going to say Hardy's versus Dudley's because that was the match everyone then imitated on their couches. And probably it's this influx in couch sales when people's like, why are these break-ins? All these kids are broken back. So I don't know. Number 2, hi, Maffew, Ross, any other Cultaholic member who might be on the podcast, Puppet Jack and the other guy.
Wait, hang on. That's not funny. Carry on.
Why is it not funny?
Because he's trying to be like dead hard in that. Has he added Jen in that, by the way? Because people do that to try and impress her.
This is Puppet Jack. What? By adding Puppet Jack?
No, everybody knows in
I'm
the mailbag
impressed.
that she's too busy wiping mine and Jack's arse.
Yeah. No, no, this guy's what he's done is he's deliberately...
I missed something.
He's deliberately...
You don't remember a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Talking about someone tweeting me and him going...
Jen.
Oh, if I remembered all the nasty Twitterers, go on.
Oh, this is just... Like, he put me last deliberately. And it's just like what some lad did in Orlando at the meet and greet when he came and he had a pre-prepared thing for everyone. So he went to Ross, who was doing the kick thing, doing my liege and all this sort of stuff. Pachitti, like, Pachitti head, whatever. He came to me and just didn't shake my hand. So I just walked off. I was like, well, rarely have I ever met a fan who I thought, I'm not giving you my time. But this lad... proper, like, pissed me off. Well,
Spicy
because
Jack.
you don't offer someone a handshake and then pull it away. I was like, well, you've clearly pre-prepared that. All these lads are going like, oh! And I was like, well, I just walked down and talked to someone who wants to talk to me then. And I talked to my friend, a wrestler. No, I don't know.
I went, Dave.
No, I think I did come back afterwards and like go like, oh, you're all right, man, and stuff. So it was fine, but it's the memory of it hurts.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to peel
Sorry,
away those old
this
wounds.
poor guy's made that one joke in the letter. It's just torn apart.
Hope the next bit, the rest of it is just like, I love you, Jack. I'm just kidding. I was recently at the Sydney show for the World Series Wrestling Tour. Is this one of these questions disguised as plugs we sometimes get? If you haven't heard of If you haven't heard of W Stub, they are an Australian promotion that has 2 tours a year.
Nice.
And bring in the biggest I was just joking, but biggest indie names to Australia, like Cody. He's the previous question. Marty Skrull. Matt Riddle, not anymore. The Young Bucks and Austin Aries, to name a few.
Yeah, Aries like a mega heel in Australia. They hate him.
And the planet.
Yeah.
On the recent tour, one of the headline talents was Big Daddy Volta, not anymore. And during his match, he chopped his opponent so hard he made a young boy in the front row, you idiot, Front row cry.
French cries.
He made
Eh?
He made someone cry.
Front row cry due to the sound it made,
Wow.
which bring me to me question. That's how he's typed it.
Brings me to me question.
Is there any need for these Australian accents, you give it? Is there a finishing move or spot in a match that has ever made you scared or feared for the wrestlers' lives? All the best and keep up the great work. Matt from Sydney.
Thank you, Matt.
P.S. You may have to calm Maffew down now, as I assume the mention of Walter has aroused him.
Matt, all is forgiven.
I didn't
mate.
realise I had
I'm
such
sorry for
I mean, I knew it. I didn't realize people knew. Okay.
Matt. Sorry for being so annoyed at the start, because that's really good. I've got
I'll forgive you.
I've got one.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, Hernandez's border toss. Oh my god. Have you seen it on one on Doug Williams?
I was about to say, yeah.
Where he just goes wham and Doug goes.
What does he do?
Well, you can do what you can do on the puppet.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
No, don't. I thought you could actually chuck it. Yeah, it's that. It is that. Yeah.
And then,
And then Doug rolls and he's like, whatever.
then it was like 2 years ago, Doug was like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
At WCPW. Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, me knee.
We can't. Is this the new form of botchamania once copyright laws tie? No, it's just,
This is
That is a good idea.
13 Botchamania.
Got that out so I can trademark it.
Did you see this happen last week, lads? Boom.
Just comes out in text, but it'll still be double video screen to get past YouTube censors. So.
wait. Da-da-da-da-da. You talk too much.
It's Taz.
Yes.
It's me, Puppet Jack. Okay, cut that out. That was awful. I had to kill the bit. I'm sorry. God, that was awful. Jesus. What's the question?
Anyone made you cry when they're
scary-
taking a bump or
scary
something?
moves. Scary moves.
A regular move. I've got to say, it'd be really boring saying, yeah, Ilya Dragunov taking Volta's chops.
Oh, really, chops?
Because Ilya's whole thing is, I can take pain, and God, he gave him it. It just looked like a butcher's chopping board by the end, the blood vessels. And I'm like, oh, all right, come doing the exact same bit. So, like, you know, basically Walter's handprint was on his back by the end. Yeah. That one.
Is it the Beverly Brothers who used to do that move? And then just...
The one where, all right, well, yeah, it's like, it's a backdrop.
It's like,
face,
way.
you're supposed to just shove them down like
Yeah,
that, I guess,
but
for emphasis. But obviously, if you're here and you get shoved neck first, you're going to go like that.
Oh, it's horrible.
Way back
And
to the left.
anything by the Steiners as well.
Steiner's, like the screwdriver, which is just an insane move. What else do they do? Oh, it's close Steiner line.
Yeah.
Was it one time in '92? I think Bill Watts had to go. Can you stop beating up the jobbers so bad? Like it was Vader and Steiner's on the company at the time. I think there was the one where Vader crippled the guy because he gave him a choke slam like that, and they were like, "Can you please stop beating up the jobbers?"
Another, just also a different type of move, but high spots are like do you remember when Drew Galloway kicked Noam Dar off the balcony
Oh, yeah.
and he just fell to his death instantly, like in ICW? McIntyre or Galloway just gives him like a boot, and Dar's perched on the balcony and just falls onto like backwards onto like a crowd of extras and stuff, obviously, but still, it's terrifying.
Jimmy Havoc took that bump.
With Will Ospreay,
Yeah, because obviously Will Ospreay did the moonsault, but I think was it Havoc just the
yeah,
Was that Canadian Destroyer
and the
thing,
tables
wasn't
didn't break, and it was just like, ugh.
Oh no, it's about way before when they
Oh.
basically dove off the balcony without asking the building
Oh
first.
right.
And afterwards, like, okay, great, never do that again. We're not insured for people jumping off balconies. It's like, all right, fine.
it? Paul Bearer getting put down the drain. That was another one for me. Still want to know how they did that.
When Paul Bearer was killed with cement, that was a bit weird.
That did make me upset as a kid, actually.
It must have traumatized me because not a few weeks ago I dreamt that Ken Kratz, whatever he's called, off Making a Murderer, was Paul Bearer in that situation. I had that dream. You know, the prosecutor, the lead prosecutor.
This was a good dream if he died.
He was being murdered in cement.
Oh, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah.
Number 3, hello lads. Hope your day is going well. It was until this podcast. You see, my name isn't a very popular name. I have personally never met another tamer in my life.
Oh.
More if I'm getting this right. Tamer. This caused
Tamer or Tamer, not sure
Tamer.
which, but we've covered all the bases now.
Tamer. This caused major issues for me when my family and I went on a trip to Paris a few years back. Unknown to us, tamer literally translates to your mum in French. Look it up, I'm being serious. Someone asked for my name at the hotel. The manager refused to serve us as he thought we were taking the piss. Every time my mum called my name in public, we would get stared at like we were damn hillbillies. It was a mess. So my question is, have you ever violated the customs of a country/place that was unknown to you at the time? Thanks for the podcast, lads. Very entertaining to listen to every Friday. Keep up the good content. His name's not on there. X. Oh, a Tamer.
Tamer, come on. Oh, Tamer.
Jesus, you idiot.
Well, what would your man be in French when you work out how you pronounce it? Tamer. I never did French, I did German.
What's your mum in German?
Diner. Mutter. Something like that. In Spanish, it would be tu madre. So.
Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it?
Yeah, my GCSE instincts are telling me it was 2 as well. You, your, 2, you are.
Unless it's like a weird tense or something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Timmy!
Timmy! No.
His mum's Jack Swagger. Timmy!
So I'm expecting lengthy answers from this question.
I've got
I've
got one that's
so
not,
make it good.
I've got one that's not involving me, but it's still.
Oh, okay. Which school friend who will be embarrassed to go out in public after this?
She was a girl in the year below me.
Oh.
And she wasn't really part of the friendship. I did Spanish as well as German, right? And in year 10, we went on a trip to Santander or somewhere, like Spanish language stuff for a few.
Northumberland Street.
Yeah. No, the city in northern Spain.
Oh.
And it was a nice trip and that, and the local lads who live near the hotel came out. We played football with them and stuff. It was cool. And on the second day, one of them came out wearing an England shirt to try and and we were like, good one, that's good. But one of the tasks we had to do was like a scavenger hunt around the city where you had to use your language skills to like find different landmarks and take a picture of yourself with it or something like that, or fill in a quiz about, and we're in little groups of like 4 or 5. And apparently in one of the groups, this girl from the year below had been like asking people stuff, and when they'd given it, and a lot of Spanish people don't really care about it. Like other customs will be like, oh, they're trying to speak English to us, that's lovely. Spaniards are just like, can you get them away? Like, come on. And apparently after everyone would give her like an answer or whatever, she'd go, oh, thanks. And apparently a thumbs up gesture. You can sit your arse on my thumb is essentially what it means. So she'd be like, oh, gracias, and I do that. So yeah.
Oh.
Good.
Is there like episodes of How? They'd be like, yeah, what is this? Because it was like they went through and go, what does that mean, different cultures? Because sometimes that'll be like, yeah, mint. Other times we'll be like, yeah, your mother's a whatever.
Yeah. That can mean I've had sex with your wife in Italy. Yeah. Not rock and roll or bloody Too Sweet, lads. Imagine if the Click went to Italy. Oh, yeah.
That's where they got it from, some Italian firm.
That was like a Sicilian mafia thing, wasn't it? Yeah, actually, that's true.
Oh, is that where it comes from?
Yeah.
But the rude one in Italy's metal horns. But that must be slightly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Have you ever violated the customs of a country without knowing it? I don't think
Never.
I have.
I can't wait, dude.
The closest I came would have been Benidorm, 2010.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
So I got cut off from my pals on a lads' holidays. You do in Benidorm.
This might not be the story.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's a story. Yeah.
And went to the all you can drink like in an hour thing by myself. Had a great time there. And then came back to the hotel. Passed out on my mattress because I was on a pull-out bed because we've got the highest, most classiest hotel possible. And I spewed on my pillow. Woke up, saw the spew on my pillow. Was like, who the hell's done this be pillow? Tried to launch the TV out the room. Was cut off at the pass.
What did you?
And then picked up the mattress, full single bed mattress. Launched it from the 12th floor down below. Luckily, nobody was down there.
Yeah, jeez.
Luckily. I guess the Spanish don't like people chucking mattresses from the 12th floor, so that'll be the closest I came. But then apparently on the way back up, I obviously had to go and get it. Somehow got past security without being caught with it, and then got on the lift. And apparently when I got back up to the 12th floor, it was just a iconic scene that was being put to me. The doors opened, and I just went boom
on the mattress.
On the mattress. Like that. So
that's pretty cool.
Mattress chucking's a thing in Benidorm.
Cool. Yeah, I like that story.
Yeah.
I don't have any to follow.
Don't be throwing mattresses from hotel parties.
Don't. If you go to Spain, especially, don't do that.
In terms of like violating the law in a minor way, I can't think of anything. I did once have a nice sweaty encounter with somebody at Magfest, and we were sure we shut the curtains.
Oh, Maffew.
And I got told because somebody was telling the story of like, oh, here's like somebody was watching two people, play doctor, and they started. The people were watching and cheering them on, and they said what they look like, and go, they look like this. And goes, oh, well, I hope you liked it.
Oh no.
Playing doctor.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. Well, you don't want to say, sex, but you're trying to go something funner to say it, and doctor was the best way to come up. Well, what would you say euphemism for sex?
The bird and the bee.
Playing hide the sausage.
Right. With me, Sam, and Tubman will have ample opportunity to break far more customs because we're going to Wrestle Kingdom. So I'm really scared of that. I'm really
Are you going to be the YouTubers throwing dead fish at people? And
no, but I'm so scared of ending up in Japanese prison. When I'm in Japan. Anyway.
Say hello to Matt Seidel.
He's out now.
He'll be back. Maybe do straight to hell. Oh, sorry. Got time to do a podcast. No, liar. I think Amsterdam. I know it's probably not the tradition to puke in a bin, but when you're that high, time and space are passing behind you. You know, it's the least of your worries.
Cool, man.
Boring Maffew kills the flow.
Yeah.
But your two stories were awesome, so we'll leave it like that.
No, your story was good as well. Not the weed one, the shagging one.
No, I was.
Mailbag at cultaholic.com.
That's what I was doing. I was bagging the mail.
It's Cultaholic's
Big question.
The big question this week.
Whoa.
It's the big question. Linda.
Now,
That's the answer.
that's such a call, but
Yeah,
well,
right.
that is the answer.
So, the big question with Roman Reigns out and Braun Strowman injured, or is he injured enough to compete in TLC? They are kind of hyping it.
dunno,
Who knows what's happening? Who is next in line to be the big WWE star on Raw?
Or just in general. Because apparently Braun,
SmackDown's alright.
in Roman's absence, Braun's now every poster boy going. The poster boy. He's the poster boy with Roman gone. So who's going to be the next poster boy?
I don't think that Braun is going to be the next actual he's the wrong type of wrestler, isn't he? He's a big giant man.
He's injured.
And he's injured, but
He's
long
from the south as well, isn't he?
And people are saying
And he's not liked backstage, apparently.
Reportedly.
people are saying
Reportedly, according to our sources, pick someone.
people are saying
Brandon Stroud. There we go. Take another shot.
people are saying Drew, and I'd love for it to be Drew, right? I would, because he's a great wrestler, nice bloke as far as I know, and he's good at promos as well. He's good charisma about him, but I don't know if he is the guy. And I know I'm going to get slaughtered for saying that, but is he not more of a natural heel?
Well, he is at the minute. I mean, I don't know why they did the split, and Ziggler was the one to leave that mini bad guy group.
Right.
He had an injury. Yeah, that's why. He didn't know. It's fair
You
enough.
can't be part of the
everyone
Raw team every week unless you got an injury. Bless them. They're walking wounded. Yeah, surely it made sense because I think everyone was saying at the same time, Drew looked the part. He, as you said, all the good things there. That would have been the time to do it. To have like Ziggler turn on him and get rid of the baddies. We can call them the diddlers, can we?
Whatever floats your boat.
The silly sausages.
The Wazzicks.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin's chief Wazzicks. But yeah, they didn't. So right now, it is technically Seth Rollins by default, but he's still way down. He doesn't headline. It's always Bazza or Braun.
I feel like the sort of symbol of the era when you look back is someone who wrestles in a way that defines that. So Hogan, Brett when it got more technical, Austin when it got more attitude. I know there was different things going on in the generation, but Austin when it got more attitudey, Cena, and then I guess sort of he was the last one, wasn't he? He was the last major face of the company star.
It's the last time. I think you're right. Cena was the guy.
Yeah.
It was last time. They haven't got round to replacing him. I think
Yeah.
it's been deliberate. They've not wanted one single person to be the guy, because then what happens if that guy goes and does films in Hollywood and starts acting all weird on Twitter and all
I bet
that?
they're annoyed that Dwayne and Steve came along at the same time. They could have done with one of those later on in life, couldn't they? Never mind.
I bet they made plenty of money at the time to
Actually,
get
yeah,
over that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
3 WrestleMania main events.
I'm pretty sure they're all right.
Yeah.
I reckon
Yeah,
I'm going to go. The obvious answer is Rollins, isn't it? But I don't think it is at the same time. But I'm going to go for a dark horse.
Becky Lynch.
Jacked as piss. Charismatic as piss.
Becky Lynch.
Handsome.
Becky Lynch.
Elias.
Oh,
He ticks
That's
a
a
lot.
good
He
shout.
ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't he?
Mm.
He can wrestle as well.
He can wrestle.
He's getting better.
He can wrestle. He can sing. I thought of a better candidate instantly there. Joe Hendry.
Aiden English.
The local
sorry.
hero. Where's he gone? Anyway, yeah, no, I think Elias is an interesting
He
shout.
ticks all the boxes, doesn't he? Especially with Vince McMahon. And he's just a good-looking man.
He is a good-looking man, but
Phew.
does he wrestle at too slow a pace?
Potentially.
Although he had a good match with Rollins when I
Yeah.
kicked it up a notch.
Oh, he did. That was such
I've
a
not
good
seen
match.
too much of him doing the graps, have we?
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't need to, though. That could be the argument.
That's because he's that charismatic, isn't he?
Right.
Just
Who
Dry
cares?
charisma.
When the entire show's full of, amazing performances, bumps, and pissing, you don't necessarily need, Elias doing a reverse Frankensteiner. So,
Yeah.
I think it's a
It
good
does
show.
wrestle
Elias.
main event style from what we've seen so far as well.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That main event is 1986.
If he was, if he wasn't that would be. Who would have thought that when he turned up on NXT and everyone went,
This is it. This is why I feel sorry for Lars Sullivan. Who knows? In 2 years' time, we're sitting here saying, Lars Sullivan, isn't he good?
I don't feel sorry for Lars Sullivan.
Why is that, Jack?
Oh, alleged, reportedly.
Reportedly, say me right,
was a big forum gatekeeper bastard on bodybuilding.
yeah, according to our hot sauce, I'll make some up. Roald Dahl, he
love
was
Roald Dahl.
he uncovered his bodybuilding profile on some ancient website that's still using the Easy Boards system. So I thought,
Mind.
that's nice, that's still around.
Whenever something like this does happen with like him or like Jessica Havoc or whatever, even though it's like they've said some really stupid and bad stuff, at the same time, I do also hate the people who deliberately go and dig it up to like mess their careers up and stuff like that. That's not on. I've gone to this tangent. Sorry.
You should go on a tangent. You're good at it, Jack.
No, it's all right.
People commented how weird it was look without you having a hat on, by the way, on that,
on that photo.
picture. Yeah.
Well, I've just had my haircut as well, so I was there with a short back and sides.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
why I think people were getting used to
I
it.
turned up at your birthday with my big fringe, and I turned up the next day with short back and sides, and you said no. You were sat
did I
on
not
the-
notice a
you were-
haircut?
Sorry, you were sat on the same side of the table as me. Anyway, it's fine.
That is a foible, isn't it? Do not notice a haircut.
Yeah.
Did you?
You're looking good, Ross. Got a haircut.
Everyone noticed what
Oh.
Ross did.
Because I grew hair as I'm sweating here. I've got a cold, by the way, everybody. So I'm just
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not like I'm under the weather, not a full-blown cold. I'm gagging for a piss as well.
Oh.
Crucial
Well, the next 10
information,
minutes will be taken over by Jack's rant.
Did you have one? Did you nominate one there?
No, in tribute to Ross crossing his legs.
No.
I think we've all answered now. Out of one way.
You're gonna go for Spud.
God, could you imagine?
I'd love it, but
I think it could work if they bring in EC3.
yeah.
Oh, you know what?
EC3.
Well, I mean, I've answered my own question accidentally. Yeah, EC3 when he's doing nothing NXT,
But he's a heel.
not for long. Number 3, 2, 1. Meh, EC3, big old pop rumble. Yay, that's it.
He's handsome in the wrong way to be a babyface. He's handsome like a dick. You know what I
He's
mean?
got a handsome dick.
Handsome
He's got
like a dick.
handsome dick.
Reportedly, Jack, with hat, Cultaholic.
Good-looking people in wrestling are either handsome like a dick or handsome like a babyface. You know. You know.
It's an interesting theory, this.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's handsome in a good way?
For God's sake.
Tito Santana.
And who's handsome in a bad way? El Matador. Well, I can hear Ross. Wait a minute, you just sent me a message.
No, I
can
need
you
one as well,
shut up,
Maffew.
you idiot.
I
All
need
right,
one as
fair
well.
enough then. So, thank you very much for joining the Cultaholic Video Audio Experience podcast. Change the name every time. This is brought to you by a Pale Armadillo, and God, does it work. Look how fast it's gone through us all.
It was delicious, but it really runs through. You go to beer52/cultaholic.com/cultaholic and you get
silly.
free beer and you have to pay postage. Patreon.com/cultaholic for the votes on the Hall of Fame.
I've been Maffew.
Mailbag at cultaholic.com
Bye.
for the mailbag. Maffew, Ross, Jack. Right,
Bye.
cheers,
Bye.
lads.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go have a
I'm
piss.
begging for a piss and all.